Time now for our conversation with Democratic Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, who started his political career in 2005 after being elected mayor of Braddock, Pennsylvania. He would go on, of course, to become lieutenant governor in 2018, and 4 years later, won the race to become Pennsylvania's senator. But during that campaign, Fetterman suffered a stroke. In his new book, Unfettered, he details his life, his political career, and the mental health struggles he's faced.
I want to talk about your relationship with President Trump. You went from a staunch critic of President Trump to meeting with him, collaborating with him, which have angered some people, some even in your own party. How would you assess his first year this second time around?
I would like to take the opportunity to remind, I vote a 91% Democratic line. And if Democrats have a problem with somebody that votes 91% of the same times as you are, more than 9 out of 10 times, then maybe our party has a bigger problem, and maybe it's not the big tent party that people need and we want to have to win that moving forward for that. Now, my views are reflected in my vote, and I refuse to call people like whether it's President Trump or other people as they're Nazis or that they're fascists or that we're trying to destroy our country. And now I refuse to use that kind of rhetoric, and I know that there's parts of my base that they want that, and there's some people, my colleagues, that even monetize that kinds of outrage right now, and I refuse to do that.
Not long ago, there was controversy over the cabinet picks, and you were unique among Democrats in voting in favor of some of those picks, including Attorney General Pam Bondi. Having seen her perform the job now for a number of months, how do you feel she's doing? Do you still support her?
I mean, I'm incredibly disappointed with the way she's behaved. But voting for someone does not mean that you agree with them on all of those things. Like, I also voted for Secretary Duffy, you know, the Department of Transportation, and I was able to work with him to restore over $1.2 billion of projects that were frozen in my state. You know, people in Pennsylvania don't care about the politics involved. They just want to have those projects restored. And I work with people to have those kinds of wins. And I'm going to continue to do those things.
Senator Fetterman, let's turn to your book, Unfettered. You talk about your journey in getting to the Senate. It was an up and down race for you, and you said at one point you considered dropping out, but you didn't. Why did you decide to stay in? And then you win the race, and you said, I was just as stunned as everybody else that I won that race. Take us from the decision to, I should drop out, but I didn't, to the night I won, and oh boy, here we are.
Yeah, immediately, it's entirely appropriate to have a conversation with yourself and people around you of a stroke that quite literally almost took my life. Now, should I remain in that? And, you know, we had the opportunity till, actually, ironically, that's my birthday, August 15th. And now I was able to develop and to recover from the stroke. And then by then I had to decide, am I going to remain in it or am I going to step aside? And that was the decision that I made.
Senator, you go into great detail about the fragility of life and recovering from that stroke. And then you follow that up by talking about depression, which I commend you on. Why did you feel like it was important to put that in the book? And then also, how are you doing today?
I thought it was important to have a conversation about it because I know there's millions of Americans that struggle with it as I did. For me, depression is the ultimate lie that you begin to tell yourself that perhaps the best solution is to take yourself out. And now I know it's not a political winner to talk about depression or self-harm or suicide, but that's an important conversation, and I'm willing to have that because I beg people. My life has been touched by this personally, but also I know people that have took their lives, and the tragedy that's left after that. It's really a simple message, like to anyone going through this right now: stay in this game. I don't know what your road for recovery is, but I promise if you stay in the game, you will get better. And I'm being here right now is a testament to that. And I've had conversations with members of Congress, whether young kids or adults. People have reached out since then, and it's been an honor to use that as a resource to remind people that this is an important game and you have to stay in it. And when people make the wrong choice, they can't come back from that. And the people that you love now are left with having to deal with it. I beg people, that's the core message of this book. It's like, in fact, I dedicated the book to those people struggling. You have to stay in the game because we have a serious record level suicides in our nation. This is an important conversation that I think we have to have.
At one point in the book where you were saying, as you were having suicidal thoughts, at one point, I think the words came at the right time, 4 words: a young therapist said to you, children need their daddy. That seemed to be a turning point for you.
Oh, absolutely! It changed my life. I think they really kind of stepped out of their position, because at that point I thought it'd be a mistake to meet with my kids. It's like, why would the kids want to meet with me? It's like I'm a failure. It's like I was in the throes of depression, and that really woke me up. And I realized, and then they visited, and that absolutely spontaneously made all the difference in reminding people. And that's the message that I'd have to people in the throes of this now is like, whoever in your life, they need you, and it woke me up. And now, because I'm lucky to be here now, that's the conversation that I'm having with anyone that's listening to this program.
For more of our conversation with Senator Fetterman about his book, head to our CBS Mornings YouTube page and learn more about the senator's career and life. You can scan the QR code on your screen to get a copy of the book, Unfettered. It's on sale right now.